up, you guys? I'm Caroline, the self-confessed book eater. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We have little Missy here again today. Yay, super exciting. So, wow, today has been a really busy day for me. If you've been following along with my Instagram stories, I had a really huge day making pasta, and I also made another Italian dessert called crostoli, which I will insert the photos here. So yeah, I'm like super exhausted right now. We've spent hours and hours making pasta, which is really fun. And we have some yummy food now, which is awesome. But I have to film my weekly YouTube video. So today I'm going to be doing my August wrap up. And so if you guys have been following with my Instagram, you saw that August was a pretty slumpy month for me. I just did not read very much, and I wasn't really into reading very much. So let's wrap up what I've read this month. So to start off with, I read, this one was a carryover between this month and last month. The start of the end of last month and the start of this month. So this is kind of like a July, August read, but I only got like 50 pages into it in July, and then kind of the bulk of it was read in August. I loved this book so much. This was a 5-star read for me. So this is a Jack Ryan book, which I read this month and highly recommend if you are a crime thriller lover or fan. This one definitely recommend. I also read Shadow and Bone, which I really loved. I gave this one 4 stars. The reviews for everything, by the way, are up on my blog and on my Instagram page, which I can link down below if you want to have a look. So Shadow and Bone, I really love this. Actually, I'm really excited for this to come to Netflix as well. I think the only bad thing I have to say about this book was that, one, I haven't got the next 2, so I have to order them, which means I'll probably get them by like December at this rate. And 2, I think it was just a bit short for me. But yeah, like it's not really harsh criticism, in all honesty. It's just I just felt it was a little bit short. Like it just kind of ended dramatically, like kind of on an edge point, but not at the same time. So that was kind of a, you know, it tied things up, but then it also left you guessing for the next book. So yeah, that was, you know, but yeah, I can see why this has been so popular amongst fans. Yeah, so that was great. That's all I can really say about that one. And then I did my first, I've done a buddy read in the past, but I did my first me and another person doing a buddy read. So I did a buddy read with my friend. We read The Red Queen. What the hell? Oh my god, she's gonna fall. Do you want to go? Do you want to go? Are you happy there? So we did, we read The Red Queen. I don't get why so many people love this book so much. I really don't. I struggled really hard with this book to the point where I skimmed a lot of chapters. Yeah, I struggled really hard with this book to the point where I skimmed a lot of chapters. And you know, like I actually, this is probably one of my most noted books. I have a lot of little notes in here because I just found so many holes, so many flaws, so many just doesn't make sense. Like, for example, why are we talking like, why are the Silvers like, you know, technologically advanced with cameras, and then you go to like the Red Bloods and they just, like, I get that there's like poor and stuff, like there was a definite difference between rich and poor, but it was just like difference in time zones as well. Like the rich were in like 2020 and the poor were in like 1806. Like it was just weird. And it made no sense either. So yeah, I didn't really like that. I also didn't really like, I like the idea of a love triangle between 2 brothers and Mare, but yeah, it just didn't, like, Mare and Cal, the older brother, they just kind of felt like friends more than anything. Like, none of the times that they were together was like, oh my God, they're so like into each other. And then the younger brother, Maven, who she was engaged to, yeah, like I got like the relationship and stuff, but why would you name your two main characters with the same initial? Because, and not just the same initial, we're not talking like Mare and Matt, we're talking like Mare and Maven. And it just got so confusing because half the time you would read Mare and think it was Maven, or Maven and think it was Mare, and then you'd have to go through and then you see a pronoun of she and you're like, what? I thought we were talking about Maven, and you realize you weren't. So it was just really confusing. I just don't know why, like, yeah, I found that like super, super, super confusing by the author to do that. Yeah, I don't know. And like, why, like my biggest question, like honestly, my biggest question is why? Cal's mother was like a songbird, so she could hypnotize people. And the king's new wife, the new queen, which is Maven's mother, she was able to turn people's minds to mush and like basically get in their heads and read their thoughts, which is exactly, it's not exactly what Cal's mother could do, but it's like along the same lines of mind control. So how did the new queen actually manage to kill the first queen when they both kind of have similar powers? Like, it's not like we're talking the first wife, the first queen was like able to control water, so she was completely powerless to mind control. Like, she was in mind, like she could do mind control. So it was just weird. Like, I found that really weird. Yeah, I just found a lot of things in this story just didn't really add up or make sense. And my reading buddy kind of felt the same as well, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, so I'm hoping the second book gets better. I have the second book. I also ordered the third book, which is coming. So I'm excited for those, but like, yeah, I probably would not recommend this to someone. And so the other book I read this month was The Cobra Queen, which my Ween to Ween pick, which is in my next video. So yeah, so that one I will talk about in the next video, but I really like this book a lot. Recommend this book. And I haven't written because I just finished reading this yesterday. I haven't written my review yet, but that will be up on my blog soon. And I'll also put it on my Instagram page as well. And then, so I was gifted this book as part of the Oz YA bloggers blog tour. So I'm excited to read this book. I actually really feel honored every time I get sent something, even though, so with this book, I was sent this in exchange for a review, which I will put up. And so the last book I read with Oz YA bloggers was Tribal Laws, which for me, that book had a lot of issues with it, not because of anything other than it was a lot about my heritage, and so I could distinctly tell when things just quite didn't add up, and they just didn't really make sense to me, given that obviously it's my background. It's about Frankie, and he's like first generation Australian, and his parents just don't fit in and that kind of thing. So that's all in my review on my blog. Yeah, but so this book here, The Indigo Owl, is a YA dystopian fantasy novel. And so the press release says that this book comes out on the 1st of September. So if you are interested, 1st of September. And I'll read to you the blurb. So after Earth was destroyed by climate change and overpopulation, private corporations colonized new planets. One such planet, Gullybrath, the fertility of its civilizations is tightly controlled. Excuse me. But at what cost? When Scarlett Bergen leaves her childhood home to be trained at the Arcadia Institute, harnessing her psychic solitaire talents, it feels like the beginning of her future. But on the Institute steps, her father whispers a life-changing secret about the past. Her mother, a geneticist who disappeared when Scarlett was 10, had enemies. Scarlett vows to discover the truth about her mother and is joined in her mission by fellow cadets with their own family secrets and special talents. tech-savvy roomie, a tenacious truth hunter, and Dylan, the aloof classmate who can literally read her mind. Together, they'll uncover a planet-wide conspiracy and discover that there's little the Galleybrath executives won't do to get what they want. That sounds sick. I think a lot of dystopian novels that are coming out now kind of really relate to the issue that a lot of the world is facing with the pandemic and stuff, which I really like. So I'm really, really excited to read this a lot. So yeah, so that is my month of August. Pretty boring month, to be honest with you. Yeah, that was it. I really don't know why I hit such a reading slump, and it just, nothing appealed to me. I just kind of, every time I'd crack open a book, I just want to finish it. And so I don't really know how to get out of this reading slump. If you have any suggestions, please drop them down below, because I'm open to anything right now. Because I just kind of feel like giving reading a break, or just kind of reading like a few books, but then that makes life boring. So I don't know. Yeah, but basically that was it. So hope you all have enjoyed this video. I hope you like my content. Don't forget to subscribe and stick around, and drop comments down below. Tell me how your day is. I'd love to hear from you all, and we'll talk soon.